Okay. Wait. We gotta do the ad first. Okay, welcome back. Thank you for coming. Just a real quick ad read before we get into the podcast. We've got our second guest. We'll get to it. But I want to talk about Universe Games. Their Commander Night is moving from Mondays to Sunday nights. Same time, just different night. So come on by. Maybe I'll see you there.
Man.
How's your week been?
It's been good. And thanks so much for joining us, Jim.
Yeah. Hey,
Yes.
thanks for having me.
Yes, how do we say your last name?
Byron.
Byron.
Okay.
Jim Byron.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jim Byron. He's in studio with us. I'm glad you're our first musical guest, or you're our second musical guest.
Yes.
Well, this is my second interview that I've ever done.
Nice.
So.
Well, we're happy to have you. We've got another interview that's with our friend Jack. That's exclusively for our Patreon supporters.
Yes.
But things are good. How's your week been?
It's been good. I finished an album actually.
Oh, yeah?
Like yesterday. I did all the final touches on my next album, and it's gonna come out hopefully like by the time this podcast is out.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I don't know. We're still trying to figure out things, but I don't know. We're learning.
Yeah.
We're learning. But how's everyone's weeks been for real? Like, what have you been up to?
I don't know. It's been an interesting week. Especially like I got sick over the weekend, which was not fun. And I went to Kinky Friday at the Gay 90s and stuff. So it was kind of like really cool to see, and it was freaky sports. So people were dressed up as like sexy referees and shit. It was kind of fun.
That's kind of fun. Why wasn't I invited or notified?
It was with
Was this a side gig thing or a work thing?
It was a work thing, pretty much.
I would have wanted to go.
No, it wasn't. It was with another playmate.
Okay, that's just interesting because it's like I've got lots of sports jerseys. I think you could have benefited from one of them.
Okay. I just went on full PVC and tripped twice on
Right.
8-inch heels.
Saturday night was pretty cool for me.
Yeah.
My friend took me to this Russian American museum
Yeah.
where there was this art exhibit, this really, really great art exhibit of the guy who does this surreal art and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And I went there, and then the artist's son knew who I was.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And,
That's dope.
And I was like, oh yeah, hi, what's up? And he's like, I know you. We're on Facebook together. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then I got to meet the actual artist, and I got to show him, I have this picture of my phone that's like a keyboard that has all of the different colors on it.
Yeah.
And I found a way to translate music to color and color to music and back and forth. And the thing is that what he does is he makes paintings out of songs. Like he'll take a song and make a painting out of it. And so I explained to him that you can actually find out what exact colors are in any song and then only use those colors in order to create the character of the song. And he started taking a video of me.
Yeah, no, I read
about.
something about that some years ago and watched a documentary. That's just interesting to know that something I saw that was just beginning to become a thing has been refined and it's actually producing shit.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
You mean with the colors and the notes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just all I did was when we tune, the way we set what tones are for each note is something called like A equals 440 hertz, and that's sort of like and so if you take the A equals 440 hertz and then you double it, and that gets another A, that's just double 440 hertz. Every time you double a frequency, it's like the same octave of the same note. And so I doubled it until it got into the visible light range, and then like A landed on violet, and then from there I just was able to figure out the rest of the colors. And coincidentally, both the color wheel and the musical notes have 12 in them. So it's really easy to transfer the...
That is funny, and that is messing with my OCD mind so hard right now.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind when my OCD brain works, because it's how I get things done.
Yeah.
It's how I manage so many things, juggle so many hats and skills. And it's like I would have did some baking, but I haven't been to the store. I haven't been to the store because it's cold, and I've been busy. There's so much shit to do and so little time. I really do wish we had a 25th hour.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Just for sleep.
Everything's for sleep. And, well, I mean, I was just, like, when it comes to music, like, how did you get started into, like, what made you want to, like, start producing albums? Like, what sort of, like, got this ball rolling, essentially?
I think it really started when I was in preschool.
Yeah?
And I was being dropped off by my mom to go to preschool, and suddenly I just had this picture of myself with, like, a cherry red Stratocaster. And that picture just seared into my mind. And then when I was 14, I actually bought a cherry red Stratocaster.
Oh, nice.
Because it correlated with my vision from when I was a kid.
That is so cool.
That is dope.
I wish I had a story similar to that. But it's like, I don't know. It was a secondary thing when I picked up a guitar. It was just me trying to be like Blink-182.
Yeah.
And the Offsprings. It was just me being
when I
average
picked it up,
suburban kid.
I was just trying to be Green Day.
Yeah.
It was literally like Green Day was like the only band that I really like truly respected, like and liked.
I intentionally had the idea of, if I learn to play the guitar, I can get girls, and I can be like my favorite pop punk bands.
Yeah.
And that was my thinking at 12, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And then it became about rap. It was like, rap was always present, but I grew up as a punk kid. It was like, that's what I grew up in the suburbs in St. Louis Park, and that's what all my friends did. And all my friends were either Jewish or white. So that's what we did. We were just punks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but what really got me started in music was, I think, when I was in like 7th grade. I had written like these lyrics down as like a song, and then I showed them to my friend Cliff. We had this class that wasn't even really a class; it was like study, but we literally just talked to each other the whole time.
Nice.
And he read it and he was like, "Oh, this is good. Like, do you want to be in my band?"
Nice.
And I didn't even know how to play guitar or sing or anything. But I was just like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And so then, like, I got like a guitar.
Oh, really? So that's what.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of made you start to take like guitar lessons and everything and in music.
Yeah, I did take some guitar lessons and stuff, and then in my first semester of school in 9th grade, I wrote like 50 songs or something.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I learned how to play the guitar like pretty quick, like, I guess. I don't know.
That's dope. I wish I could say the same. It's like the guitar is such a pain in the ass for me.
Oh yeah.
It's like I've got the acoustic. I've been trying to play more to get better, but I think back when I was in those shitty punk bands, it's like all the songs I played was like 3-chord progression, and I had to be showed it like 3-4 times before I got it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a real guitar player. Like, I need to get better.
Don't we all, though? Don't we all?
But what was your group of friends in high school?
Honestly, I was a loner in high school.
Really?
I didn't have a group of friends.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. It's like, I never had more than like 3 friends in high school or middle school. Like, it's like I always had like a core group of friends, though.
Yeah.
Were you like that?
I had friends and everything.
You just didn't have a bunch. Like,
yeah, well,
you wouldn't really say you were a clique.
Like, I remember when I was in like middle school, I would just hang out with everybody.
Yeah, I did that too, but that was mostly because I peddled flowers.
Yeah,
it was beneficial. It was like, but as far as like the people I talked to and hung out with outside of school, I had like a small core group.
Yeah,
and we all had similar interests in gaming, and
actually towards the end of high school, there were these cool like bohemian type intellectual kind of dudes.
Yeah.
Like this really weird, this cool, like, these guys, like, this guy with his hair just was, like, he's going out in a fro and stuff like that. And,
yeah.
They actually kind of took a liking to me.
Oh, nice.
And, one time, we, just set up our instruments.
Mm-hmm.
And played a set,
nice.
like, no, in the school, during school hours, during a break.
That's cool.
That was, and we didn't get permission from the school at all to do it.
Yeah.
We just set it all up. They asked me to play bass with them.
Nice. Did you guys get in trouble, or did they not mind it?
We didn't get in trouble at all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a performance arts high school, and we had a music track. And it would be really cool to see at times, like, because, like, we used to have, like, these Friday classes where you could do something that's, like, different than your major, or you can do something that's a little bit different in a specific, like, topic or area. And so they used to have this jazz band, like, thing where, like, the musicians just basically go and just jam for, like, an hour and a half, essentially. And and it was really cool to see at times, like how they would, like, I don't know, just, like, create, like, really nice sort of songs, essentially, and or try to imitate, like, really from songs from, like, the 1920s jazz and stuff.
Yeah, that stuff's the best stuff to imitate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most fun, and you can make mistakes and people barely notice.
Yeah.
It's like, I definitely tried percussions, and I tried jazz band in high school, and I was decent, but I made mistakes. But I love, like, jazz band, 'cause I could play it off. As long as you don't look like you made a mistake, you didn't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Just do it with confidence.
Yeah.
And, so what inspires your music? Like, do you have, like, a certain concept in mind when you make an album?
Or you write a song. Because it's like, I don't know, with me, I'll come up with, like, a few bars, and I'll just keep, like, I'll keep it, and I'll keep repeating it for years. And then eventually, like, I'll add on something to it. But I'm like that, and I have, like, 40 songs like that. And I'm kind of, like, very scatterbrained. But your things come from abstract things, like, yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm very abstract.
I think the thing that inspires my music is that there's stuff out there that inspires me.
Yeah.
And I just want to turn that into something of my own, like, creation or something.
Yeah. And I listened to some of your tracks.
I want to create a song about it because it inspires me. So it's not really like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Like, but every song has, like, a different motive, you know, and, like, they're not all the same. or
So
something.
would you say that like each song that you write is like a side of yourself that you're showing people?
In maybe, I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know. I've always kind of wondered about that when people write lyrics or music.
Wait, what was the question again?
I don't remember. Is each song that you write like a side of yourself that you're showing a person? Like if what like the message that resonates within your music.
Oh my god.
What are you trying to say, Aria?
I don't
That question
know.
is tripping me out.
No, the way she's wording it is tripping me out. I'm sorry, babe.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah. You know what?
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it's really cool if you can write music and make albums.
I mean, yeah, it's like, and I did this the other day, offending you. It's like, I have this line in my head, and it's a line that both Nicki Minaj has used and Drake, and it was like, and it's offensive. I was aware it was offensive, especially the way I spun it. The line is offensive no matter who says it, and no matter how it's worded. But some shit is just like that for some people.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm crazy. But you seem like you're the same kind of crazy.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, actually, I released 2 albums last month.
Yeah. You were mentioning that earlier.
Yeah, so one of them is called Bubblegum Pop Opera,
Yeah.
and it's like a 21 track album that goes for like a bit over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And it's a story album that follows these characters as they go through all their drama.
Oh, that's really cool. So is it like a rock opera or?
It's a bubblegum pop opera.
It's a bubblegum pop opera. Aria.
Nice.
Aria. Don't you get?
I
that
get
is
it.
such a fun, ridiculous idea.
It is.
Do you guys want to play one of the songs from that album?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm trying to cue shit or stuff up right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying not to curse on these because YouTube is very. They're a-holes about profanity lately.
Yeah.
yeah.
They have been real buttheads about stuff.
Ugh. Is that why we keep getting demonetized?
We're not even monetized.
Oh, we're not?
We're not monetized.
Oh no, we're not, are we?
I'm trying to get us to that mark. And the fastest way to that mark is by doing podcasts, my dear.
I am.
But with the podcast getting us spread out, I keep running into paywalls. And so that's kind of why we need Patreon support. It's kind of why I'm fighting for Patreon support. Also, I've got some medical bills I still owe that my insurance won't take care of.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just trying to get the music.
But so with this upcoming one then, so you had the bubblegum pop album, and then what was the second one?
Oh yeah, the second one was called The Winter of Our Lives.
Okay. Yes.
And
there's something I want to play off of that.
And that album is kind of just I started putting it together in like January.
Uh-huh.
And it ended up having like a mix between new songs and then like other tracks that didn't make it onto any albums before.
Okay.
And it's just random stuff that I put together. Yeah, it has a lot of different genres in it. It's not like one cohesive sound for the album. It's a bunch of different kinds of sounds.
Oh, nice. So
yeah.
So it's not really something it's the ones that you haven't really published yet. They're the ones that you've kind of like kept for a while and then are publishing now.
Kind of we're still working
Yeah, like
on.
for example, I wrote this kind of sort of metal, almost like punk Christmas song.
Oh yes, you were telling me that.
Yeah, and it's for a movie that my friend is making.
Oh nice.
Yeah, and Yeah, it wasn't on any albums or anything. And I was just like, oh, I'll put it on this album.
That's really
and
cool.
then I also had a song from December called like "You Could Use a Friend" that I wrote, and it wasn't on any albums. And then I started just making these tracks in my spare time, not really thinking about them for an album or anything.
Okay.
And then basically, I forget, it was pretty quick. I like put it all together. It took like maybe less than 2 weeks or something.
Oh, that's cool.
To put an album together, and
so it's just kind of nice that everything just fell into place.
Yeah, and there's even like a country song on it.
Nice.
With, like really folky country chord changes and stuff.
Yeah, I always like the more folksy rock.
So that one's called "The Winter of Our Lives," and there's actually the cover. Yeah, the cover of the album, it was a painting I made with my friend. And she made the oh, this is my song.
Yep.
Yeah, just keep talking.
What?
Just keep talking.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean to make you forget.
Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about right now.
Well, let's listen to the song a bit.
Yeah, but this is Winter of Our Lives. I actually really like this one.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me so much of, like... It reminds me of, like, Rancid and the Steelers. It reminds me of just some of my punk faves. Like, I really enjoy this album personally.
Thanks, man.
Like, yeah, I really do like this album. It's just so nostalgic for me.
Yeah, it does have a very nostalgic sound now.
Nostalgic.
Yes.
I'm sorry if that offends you. I don't mean it to.
I just don't know what you mean. Like, nostalgic for what?
Nostalgic of just like being young and just being young and having free. It just has that, like, it just reminds me of back when my favorite punk bands were touring. Like, it reminds me of, like, some of the more gritty, harder edges of punk from the late 90s, mid 90s. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Are you familiar with Garbage and the Steelers, Bad Religion?
Bad Religion? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. No, kind of
like yeah. It's just like it reminds you of some of my influences, and it's that's why I like it.
Oh, thanks, man.
Like, but yeah, like it's very, very punk.
Yeah. So like, yeah, there's a couple songs that are kind of like this on the album. They're kind of like more straight up punk songs, but then there's also this sort of like bubblegum pop punk thing.
Yeah, and that's just it. I listen to all different kinds of music. That's just always been a part of my life. It's like there's a CD case that's full of just international music, and I grew up stealing my mom's CDs and stuff. So I've listened to like all of her oldies, all the modern stuff. It's like I have appreciation for the classics. So, and definitely I'm one of those kids who people often call me a weeaboo, but I listen to a lot of like J-pop, K-pop, but
so do you like? How do you see like the future of your music going? Like, how do you see yourself in like 5 years?
Well, I have to tell you, things have been going pretty good lately.
Yeah.
For me, in terms of music, compared to how it was before.
oh fuck.
And I'm happy if things sort of stay the way they are, but if everything keeps changing, like the same positively, the way things are going for me lately,
Yeah.
then I could be like in a significantly like more preferable spot 5 years from now, I think.
Yeah.
I just have to really work at it, and it really can take a lot out of you.
Yes.
Yes.
It can take a lot.
Music career or something.
And all you hope is that all your hard work is worth it.
And I have to, like, when it comes to, like, music in general, and because, like, you're very versatile from what I've noticed. Because you can really do, like, different, how do I put it, like, because, like, I love, like, your punk music as well, and your more poppy stuff. Like, you seem to really like to show your strengths in different areas.
Sure, yeah. Like, for me, it's just, I love making music, like, with software instruments and stuff like that, and,
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is like, it's funny because I've been watching a lot of, punk rock PhD on YouTube, and it's funny because a lot of these new SoundCloud rappers are the type of guys that 10, 15 years ago would have been guys creating punk bands. They would have been punk kids. It's just technology has just changed the game where you can make a beat, spit some garbage raps, and instead of finding other people who play instruments and actually learning to play instruments, you can just synthesize instruments.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of it's a double-edged sword in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's interesting. I think it's kind of cool to see how our technology is, like, helping people be more creative.
It really is. I'm telling you, like, if I didn't have an iPhone 8,
Yeah.
I would probably put out, like, I don't even know how, like half as many albums or something last decade. I guess I should just spill the beans to the audience.
What?
Because I haven't, so, like, what? Yeah, like, how many albums did I put out? In the tens. It's like, I put out, like, 40 albums in the tens.
Yeah, no, you've put out a lot of albums. It's like, when I asked you to send me some music, you sent me two albums, and I listened to them both, and I dug them both. And then I looked at the rest of your catalog, I was just like, I will never listen to all of this before our interview. It was like, it was so nice because one of the bands, and I kind of think that's why they haven't shown Excelsior. Yeah. I don't think they've come because they don't have any music to point to. But they do have shows. And I love when people have shows I can point to.
Yeah. No, but I mean, that's pretty impressive, though. It's 40 albums, like, that a lot of,
Yeah, I know.
I gotta tell you, like, a lot of them don't really sound that good. Like, especially the early ones.
Well, no, trust me. I've got music out there that is shit. Some of it's intentionally shit, just a joke, satire. And there's other shit that's a legitimate, like, shot. Or it legitimately produced. And that's not the best.
I'm thinking about doing an album using, like, re-recording old songs that never got good recordings.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Especially, like, you could I could see, like, doing that would be, like, a way to, like, look back and, like, see what you can make it better. And, too, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. So this is the, Metal Christmas song.
Yes!
Okay, so, I lost track at 70-something, but this is a lot of, like, you have a lot of demos, like, this is so much, like, works. This is so much stuff to point to.
Yeah, it's really cool.
This is dope. I'm sorry that you're not famous by now, but part of me is happy you're not famous because I found you.
Thanks, man.
But
it's really cool to see that, because, like, not a lot of people can say that I've made so much of a catalog. It's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody just released everything they ever recorded, then I'm sure people would have plenty of albums.
Well,
That's true.
That's
That
the
is very
thing.
true.
It's like, I'm quite aware of Prince, Eminem, and Dr. Dre, just to name a few. or Tupac is a better than Dre, who have tons of music that's recorded and not released yet.
Well, Prince had microphones all over his house.
Yeah, his entire house was wired for recording.
So wherever he was at, he could like start recording music. So he could be in the bathtub and like record music there if he wanted to.
Oh wow!
And like start singing, or
he'd be in his living room and there's just a guitar there. He'll pick up the guitar.
Yeah.
Like he could play like. He had a piano, because I went to Paisley Park once. He had a piano in like a walkway room. And it's just like, you just walk through this room. Why is there a piano here?
Yeah.
But I didn't know the whole house was wired for recording at the time.
Yeah. I mean, he probably has so much like audio.
Well, yeah, and one of the things that his family has, they're releasing an album coming this year in 2020. Of new unreleased Prince songs.
Oh wow!
Which that's gonna be a big game changer for the musical industry.
True. But no, I mean that's so cool. And then you have one coming out this week now. So you had 2 last month, and now you have 1 this week.
I'm not sure when it's coming out because it all depends on me meeting up with someone to get a picture for the album cover.
Yeah.
And you know how people are.
Yeah, it can be.
You know, so... But I'll have it out this month for sure.
That's really cool. Because, like, I mean, that's a lot of output with even in, like, 2 months. Like, I wouldn't imagine doing that. You must be exhausted.
I am kind of exhausted.
Well, it's like, your exhaustion... I mean, your work is a good, like... thing to point to is like, I'm exhausted because of all of this. I'm exhausted because I'm making content. Like, I am happy for you, sir.
Thank you. I guess, do you guys know that I also have like a YouTube channel for funny videos?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's your YouTube channel?
It's called Misha Vision.
Misha Vision. Okay,
yeah.
We will definitely link to that.
Yes, we definitely will.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
We just create like these videos that basically for me, it just amuses me to make them and it amuses me to put them out.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. It's just fun.
Yeah, I like that your creative output is actually there. It's like I think of myself as a creative, but I don't really have the ability to do shit like I want to do shit.
We have like 170 videos out or something.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And 170 videos.
Mm-hmm.
And what's like, do you have like a lot that like a lot of people tend to gravitate towards that are like popular, or you just like make each video is different?
Not really. Whenever we put them out, people seem to like all of them about equally.
Okay.
Or something. Yeah.
What's like a video that you liked that you put out recently?
A what?
What's a video that you've put out recently?
A music video?
No, a video. Like what was your
Just in
last?
general.
Oh right, yeah,
video.
that's right. Well, with Misha Vision, we I don't know. We've recently made this funny thing that was like Misha being like, okay, you guys know who Misha is?
No.
So there's this guy Misha Estrin. And he's a comedian in town, and he's a really weird character.
Okay.
He's the perfect kind of guy for filming if you just want to film something.
Okay.
And for me anyway, he was sort of just like this crazy character that is really unique, and then he's just, I was like, hey, can I make videos of you? And he was just like, yeah.
Okay.
And we started making these videos and stuff.
Interesting.
Like one of our most recent videos is one where we have this other friend Magenta, who's also like a producer in Misha Vision.
Yeah.
And Magenta and Misha walk from a building, and Misha's like, okay, yeah, my car isn't far from here, you know. It's called Car Trek.
Nice.
Yeah, and he says, oh, my car isn't far from here.
Can you find it?
And then and they walk over this hill, and they walk over a bridge, and you see them, and then it's like nighttime, and they're still walking, and, like, it's daytime and stuff, And then like at the end of it, she's like, we've been walking for 3 days.
Oh my goodness.
I said, look. Oh my gosh, my phone says we're in Iowa.
Nice.
Yeah. And oh, this is like my favorite song from this album, actually.
Oh, sweetie, turn it up.
So did you just record the vocals yourself, or did you have someone accompany you?
I did it all myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you recorded it and then record on top of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's so interesting. I love when people do that.
That is really dope.
It can definitely fool you.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I get you some more water?
Oh, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, it's like this reminds me so much of Sid Vicious.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Like, yeah.
Did he have his own album?
No, just the vocals. It just reminds me of his vocals. Just that raspy. Except for you have less anger than he did.
Yeah.
It's like Sid Vicious if he smoked weed.
Yes.
That's crazy. I didn't even know he sang.
I could be high and mistaking shit.
You might be. I'm completely high too, so.
Yeah, no. If Punk Rock 101 was a class, I might get a B. Maybe a C. I'd pass.
Yeah.
I just have a shit memory, and the chronic doesn't help.
So, with the, with like the current climate that's going on today with everything in with politics and stuff like that, what's something that, do you think anything like from current events does anything like that inspire your music? Do you have anything that goes?
Yeah, I actually recently, I think in November,
Yes.
I put out an album called Move the World.
Yeah?
Which is like a political dance pop album.
Nice!
That's funny. I'm sorry for that laugh.
There's a song on it called Anti-Fascism Forever that maybe you guys should play or something.
That'd be dope.
Because if you, yeah, Anti-Fascism Forever. It's like this.
No, this is crazy. Because, I mean, it might be I'm high. It might be because I'm in love with your ideals. I don't know. We might have to do an album together.
For sure.
Right. But yes, I mean, I am.
Yeah, no, this song's good. What are you looking for?
Something to unclog my pipe with.
Oh. And so then when, like, I just have to, like, wonder, like, when you write your music and everything, do you try to, like, emulate any, like, past artist that has really inspired you at all? Do you, like, try to sound, like, a specific way sometimes because you want to pay homage to it at all? Like...
Lately, I've kind of been trying to sound like Billie Eilish.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Cause like this
kind of like Connor Oberst too from Bright Eyes.
Nice.
Do you know them?
Bright Eyes. Were they more that I've heard of them. I just can't remember a song like that's specifically theirs for some reason. Sweetie, what's this song by Bright Eyes that's common? I just can't remember.
My First Day of My Life?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I blame the weed.
They're coming out with a new album.
Oh, are they now?
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Are they? That's really cool. So, My Chemical Romance is back.
Yes.
Bright Eyes is back.
Bright Eyes is back? I must have missed that announcement.
Yep, they're back, dude. They never had an Instagram, but then they got one, and then they started posting about a new album coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of bands I wish would come back from that like period, like the Hush sound.
Yes.
From Fueled by Ramen.
Oh.
I wish they would come back. They're definitely one of my favorites.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to, like, hope that, I think it was Nightwish would make a comeback. I like their music.
Oh, I don't know Nightwish.
Yeah, that's not really ringing a bell with me either.
They were from, like, Norway. They had, like, one hit here, but they were, like, really big back in Norway.
Oh, they were in Norway.
I like them, okay? I wasn't really into emo here. I like them. They're cool.
Oh, they were emo. I definitely missed them then. Which, you know what? In your defense, I read in Spin magazine, I want to say, that Fueled by Ramen was the premier label for pop punk,
Yeah.
emo, emo bands. And I was just like, to me, they're just good pop punk bands, like Fall Out Boy, Paramore, Gym Class Heroes. It was just really good pop punk. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I was really into Japanese music during that whole time, so now that I'm older, I'm like having more of appreciation for it.
I don't know. During that time, I listened to a lot of J-pop in high school, especially when I was in Japanese.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah.
What was the sort of music that you listened to primarily in high school?
Like 90s punk. Like
Yeah.
Late 80s and early 90s.
Yeah, that's definitely what I mostly listened to. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that. I also listened to like Japanese heavy metal.
Oh man,
right
I
on.
loved it.
Yeah.
In high school, I listened to a lot of Finnish death metal. Like, absolutely love the 69 Eyes.
Turn Grey for me is, I still have a soft spot for them. They're probably one of my favorites.
I don't know. There's so much music. Like, I mean, of course, I listened to like everything on new metal. It was like there was a time that I had a Fred Durst CD, like
Oh
Limp
my
Bizkit.
god.
Like, it's funny because when you really think back to that time, Fred Durst was a legitimate pop star. He was on TRL next to Britney Spears. Like,
Yes.
Fred Durst was a legitimate pop star for a short period of time. It was just, he was so cringy. Like, when he made that song, I Did It for the Nookie, that was just cringeworthy.
Yeah. I don't know. I never really liked him. But
I mean, I never really liked him, but I liked his music. I liked his band. I liked Buckethead.
But
This song is based on the song Should Old Acquaintance Be Forgot and Never Brought to Mind.
oh really?
Yeah.
So that's why it sounds kind of like a oh, what's it? Like a you know, like one of those old sounding songs. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
I don't know. Sorry. But
And our poor guest has barely smoked since he's been here. I see your stoner eyes.
Stoner Eyes. Yeah.
It's like,
but I mean, I just like you seem to like really
fuck did that just go?
like to take a look at different genres and kind of make your own version of it, and it's kind of cool.
Thanks. I appreciate you saying that.
No, you're definitely.
I hope that you get to hear more different kinds of genres from me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's the genre that you want to experiment with that you haven't tried yet?
Like, I want to change my name to Chip Magnum and
Chip
start
Magnum.
making like scientific pop, like electronic beep boop pop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
That'd
do
be
something
cool.
kind of like Devo.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
You know what? If you want to do something like that, I may be interested. Do a, I don't know, something weird
That
and
reminds me
futuristic.
of a song in the 80s when it was like...
No, hold it up at an angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just try to keep it at an angle. Okay, you released the choke. Sorry. I need to start explaining this one. There's a choke just below the M.
So there's... I'll show you.
Yes, show him please.
There's a choke right here.
Oh.
And so then when you draw in, all you have to do is release it, and then you just draw in the smoke.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make sure I get this rolling before I pass it to him.
And then just release the choke.
So yeah, you don't have to actually pull the carb out on this one. You just...
I think you need to repack it.
Yeah. Give me a second. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Anyway, but I mean, it's kind of interesting when I meet musicians that really like to do different types of music as well as like kind of go out of their own box, and that's really cool to see. Especially like you seem to do it a lot, which is like do you think that's something that you do on purpose to like keep you motivated, or?
I don't know at this point. I kind of forget, you know. I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's just what I do, you know.
Mhm.
It's just I don't even know what the reason is anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't that just how like the best way to do it? You just make music to make music.
Yeah.
For the love of the
Uh-huh.
art.
Yep.
Exactly.
No, I totally dig doing it for the love of the art. Not doing it for the financial rewards, not doing it for the accolades.
I just think it's kind of like comical, the idea of like thinking you could just start doing music and then just immediately have financial gains from it. Be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make some dope money.
Yeah.
And it definitely shows from looking at your discography, because it's definitely a discography,
Yes.
that you've been doing this since like 2010. You've been putting music on SoundCloud.
Are you on Bandcamp?
Or Bandcamp.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I mean, when I was younger, me and this guy from my acting class, we did this band thing, and he would play. We did like an acoustic duo.
So
and
raise your finger. Don't pull the card. So yeah.
And
Like a piccolo.
and I'm I lost my train of thought.
You and your acoustic duo.
So do you guys
Yeah.
want to hear more about this new album that's coming out?
Yes, we want to hear more.
So it's called Sorry Earth, I Love You.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cool. And
And
is it about like what's the message that you're
actually, remember the night we met?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
actually that night that I was having a conversation with somebody, and he said like, "Sorry, Earth, I love you." In some context, I forget what the conversation was.
But
I was
you just
like,
remember those
and I was
words.
just like, "Oh, I was joking. I was just joking." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's gonna be my next album title." And then he was just like, "Oh really?" And I was just like, then I thought about it. I was like, "Yeah." And then I changed my mind and I decided to actually do it.
Nice.
And yeah, so it's called Sorry Earth, I Love You. To be honest, like it doesn't really go with most of the themes on the album. Actually, it doesn't, but it's still a cool album title, I think. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
that's fun. That's so. I don't know. It's a nice, kind of like weird like album title.
I like it. It makes it like different. Makes it stand out. It's really cool.
It's
Thanks.
definitely will be like something that people will stop and like. Let's give it a listen. See
Yeah.
what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it intriguing. And so, what's the themes that are on this album that you're pushing out?
Well, the themes are kind of not having to do with environmentalism at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
There's,
expecting
like,
environmentalism.
Yeah, no, but it's actually talking about like sort of like the different kinds of ways people fabricate like reality and stuff and their own existence, and it's about how we create everything, and everything that we are is part of like our own creation.
That's really cool.
And like just the idea of how almost nothing, there's like almost like looking for authenticity within that.
Yeah.
You know?
I see. So there's some very deep themes on it from the sounds like it. It sounds really like kind of like a interesting album. It sounds very intriguing. I like it.
Thanks. Yeah.
I like stuff that makes me think.
Yeah, I wish I could. It's not on Bandcamp yet, so I could Dropbox it to you guys if you wanted to play something from it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We might have to. Just trying to think.
What?
Dropbox it. We don't have Mac computers. That's the thing, and I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's the issue. We'll definitely. I don't know. Would you consider us?
Could you put it on a drive possibly? Like, do you have like a internet drive that we can access a link to possibly? Like Google Drive?
Yeah, or like Dropbox.
Or Dropbox?
Yeah.
I don't remember my Dropbox password.
Yeah, I don't think you have to have Dropbox to do it.
But I know. I mean, I have the Google Cloud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have Google as well.
I have Google.
Yeah,
okay.
If you can, like, same email, share that with me. That would be super dope. But yeah. So let's try to avoid the dead air.
Yeah. Yes. But with that, I don't know. Recently, it's just been interesting when I've been going through like listening to like some of the local artists in the area in general. It's been really cool to see like yours music and like the band members from the last meet and greet, the meetup that we did at that bar, which was really fun.
Yeah, and having Admiral Fox in here for the interview.
It's been really cool to see the indie culture.
Yes, it's very nice to be back in the indie culture.
Yeah.
It is definitely good to see local bands, people who are just getting started, who aren't doing it for the money yet.
Yeah. Or I mean, it's just cool to see like certain people's creative thought process as well. Because like there's one of the what was it, the first act, the guy with that fur coat that he had on, I forgot their name. Like some dude or something.
Was he the rapper?
No, they weren't.
I can't remember.
Not the rapper.
Cause last time we saw Kess and I don't remember everyone. I remember Kess.
Right now I'm not. We're pretty. We're still pretty. We're still pretty like in the ultra realm. So I don't know. I think we should probably not think too hard.
I don't know. But Kess. Hopefully, I can get Kess in here, one of these days.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
He was part of the reason I was bummed I missed the voter registration concert.
Oh yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I don't know, I'm excited. Birds of Prey came out.
Birds of Prey is out, and the fabulous or wondrous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. I don't get the fucking subtitle. I don't even know why they have a subtitle. It is Birds of Prey.
Yes, I love it.
And DC is so thirsty for a Birds of Prey series. Like they've tried Birds of Prey, as a series, and it got canceled after one season.
I remember that, yeah.
It's available to stream now on CW Seed. It's like, which CW Seed is completely free to stream all the DC shows.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Crisis is disappearing quite soon. But Arrow's final season is on Netflix. I don't know why I'm plugging the DC variety shows. I just really like them. It's really good TV. And it's just, I don't know. It's nice to see shows work out.
Are you into superhero stuff?
Into what?
Are you into superhero stuff?
Oh, I'm more into kind of, like, anime.
I love anime!
Oh, anime!
Yeah.
What anime do you like?
Probably, I really actually like, Death Note a lot.
Yes!
Yeah.
Death Note. I love Death Note because it's one of my favorite battle anime that's not a battle anime. It's like, when it was running in Shonen Jump magazine, it was like, all the other manga or all the series in it were either battle anime or sports anime.
Yeah.
So it was running alongside all that shonen stuff. I absolutely loved it.
I really liked it too.
Death Note is just smart and interesting, but that ending is so fucking dumb.
The ending sucked, but I loved how it pretty much, like, very much predicted today's internet culture.
It predicted a lot of things.
And it was really, really cool to see how, like, people's reaction to, like, using the internet as mob justice, and, you know, it was really cool. I liked it. Though, I don't know, I like, the anime is, it's, the ending is just, it's like one of those ones where it's just like, really?
I can't say anything because it's the same ending as the manga.
Yeah.
They didn't really change anything. But the live action movies that Japan made where L survives, it's just so interesting.
That
so
was really
fun.
cool,
They're
yeah.
so fun. I love them.
L survived?
Well, in the...
Okay, so Japan, they do the live action movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So L has his trilogy. He survives Light in the second movie. And so he survives, and they make a third movie, and the third movie is all about L trying to survive or solve this virus, this cure, to save his own life. And so,
wow.
Spoiler, L figures it out, and he saves the girl's life.
Yeah. And, what I liked about, my friend, Nanashi really liked the series, and she actually got this spin-off book on the the Death Day murders, or the birthday something. It was really interesting, and I just liked it. I was kind of hoping they would have more out, but they didn't have that after that one specific book. But my favorite anime of all time is Bacano. Have you ever heard of that one? Oh, it's so good. It's Immortals in 1920s Prohibition New York. And it's like, there's like 3 different timelines. And so it's like all these characters and how they weaving in and out of each other's lives and how they became immortal and how it all started. It's really cool.
Wow.
I highly recommend it.
I really like an anime called Bakuman.
Bacano.
What?
It's called Bacano.
It is?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the same show. It's fun.
The people making animes and stuff? Like people making manga?
Bakuman, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how is it pronounced?
The anime house is Bacano.
Bacano.
Yeah.
That's Bacano.
Yes, Bacano.
That's how it's pronounced.
That's how it's pronounced.
Yes, I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
It's pretty interesting.
Yes, I think it's supposed to sound Italian. It was originally a short novel series in Japan, and then it became a manga series.
Oh wow!
And then it became an anime, and the anime is like amazing. Absolutely love it. But What other anime do you like?
Well, I've seen. I mean, I like Gurren Lagann.
Hey,
Yes.
that's a fun one. Spiral
Yeah.
Power.
I like Gurren
Spiral
Lagann.
Power. What
It's
it's like such a weird show, but like
It's such a weird, fun one, and I love its art style. Yeah,
Yeah.
the link you sent me is not working.
it's crazy that they go 7 years. They go from being like these random people in the desert to having like a full scale society.
Yeah.
You're like, how you have to really wonder how the fuck that actually happened.
I mean, it's definitely something to be
Yeah.
like, really? Like, I mean, who knows? But I like Gurren Lagann. The art style is really nice with that one.
It's one of the fun weird ones. Have you seen Dead Leavers?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's a weird one with crazy art style.
Cowboy
know.
Bebop?
I'm watching that right now.
Oh, so good.
I'm happy for you, sir.
It's a good one.
Really? It's only on like the second episode, so does it get weird?
It gets weird and awesome and creepy and it's
I wouldn't-
amazing.
I mean, I wouldn't say it gets weird. It gets
It can
if
get
you
weird.
like spaghetti westerns in space, it gets fun and exciting.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
Yeah.
it gets very, very exciting.
Yeah.
So
sure.
you're in for a good ride. The music, I love the music. I freaking
Yes.
love the music. Yeah, it's not letting me play this for some reason.
Oh, is it not playing the music?
Yeah, it's not downloading. It keeps seeing me.
Are you able to
errors.
play the music on your phone?
Oh, I sent it to you. on
Yeah,
your
yeah. I
email.
got the email and it's not letting me play it.
For some reason.
Like, and now it's redirected to trending vid net.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, sir, but I can't play the new song.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
The
it's
song
not...
you just sent me. That's why she's asking, can you play it on your phone?
Yeah, is it a possibility? Because he seems to be having trouble. Otherwise, I can try it, possibly.
We wouldn't really be able to hear it if it was on my phone. Like, my phone's speaker isn't that good.
No. Let me try to think real quick. Because I think... Well, if we get it close to the mic, we'd be able to do it. Hold on, I'm going to put this on pause real quick. Or back recording. Alright, so yeah, so now we're going to be playing the song from the next album that is coming up on Jinzo.
Yep, this song is called A Reflection, A Mask, A Camera.
Okay, here we go.
It's very nice.
Should I turn it up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
turn it up a
yeah.
little bit more. There we go.
And open your mind.
That's good.
Maybe I'm the one you're hoping to find. And if only you found out the truth, then would you stay? Then would you stay? Then would you stay? Then would you stay? And if only you found out the truth, then would you stay? Then would you stay? Then would you stay? Then would you stay? And what lies under the mask you have on?
That's nice.
It's easy to love something so beautiful. What do you dream of? The ugliness which is real. you find unsuitable? But can you forgive your own Achilles heel?
That's really cool. I like that.
Thanks.
A reflection is all you see in your eyes when you look at me. A reflection is all you know. It's all I can ever show in the mask you place on your face. Doesn't leave a trace of your human grace.
I like it.
Yeah. I like the
Thanks.
guitar.
Capture this moment. Take out your camera.
This album is really different than The Winter of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, because all the musical themes that run through it,
Yeah.
There's so
and, like,
much this machine cannot memorize.
like,
how you felt when you had that look in your eyes. And if only you.
Yeah, I like you have like the guitar and then you intersplice it with this like poppy techno,
yeah.
and it's kind of cool. It's like it makes it like refresh. I don't know. It's like refresh. It's like having like sweet and salty. It's kind of cool.
Cool. Sweet and salty is good.
Or something like that. Like it's like they're two opposites, but they sound good together.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. I like it. It's definitely a fun one.
It's interesting. It's new. It's not.
I wouldn't say it's new.
I don't know.
It might be new for you, but it's quite familiar for me. I just can't put my finger on it. But I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I was trying some experimental songwriting on it too.
Oh yeah.
Like, did you notice that it wasn't just like a verse, chorus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Song.
it was.
It had like a
definitely-
bunch of different weird parts in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ever gonna play this album live because the songs are so hard to memorize. 'Cause everything's changing up all the time in them.
Yeah. So it's definitely mostly like a concept album from the sounds of it.
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like a concept album. Yeah, that its concept is not encapsulated by the title.
Yeah.
But who cares? There's only one song. I don't know. I just thought it was a good title, so I wrote a song and
Yeah.
I thought I'd call my album that.
It's really cool.
And then I have like my friend who actually made me a piece of art
Mhm.
for like Christmas,
Yeah.
and like it's really cool. I'm gonna make it my album cover.
That's dope.
So all I have to do is meet up with my friend and get that. Oh my god, this is a deep cut.
Yeah. So I was digging through your music, and I decided to go to this deep cut from 2015. Give the audience a bit of glimpse of your range of how you've progressed. Like,
I mean, this is pretty good. I like it. It's one of your early works.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a deep cut.
I mean, it's still good. It's quite nice.
It's like, I don't know. I did listen to this one too, cause I'm that asshole. I'm that guy who wants to be able to cite deep cuts just to sound cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to this one. It was like the because I did dig through some of it. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. I don't know too many artists who have been in music for years who have done this much. And you've been in this for years. You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
I'm sure if everybody released everything they ever made, though, then
Yeah,
this, because that's what I did.
yeah. No, that's dope.
That's like a cool
I
thing to do.
think if people put out everything they did, there'd actually be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
The people just don't do that because that's not the best way to make music, and I know
Yeah,
it.
it's not.
I know it's not the best way to make music and to release albums, but I don't have like the kind of self-control that it would take to be able to stop myself.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Like,
kind of but that's the
albums.
generation we're in. Like,
Yeah.
cause I don't know how old you are, but I feel like you're an older millennial like we are.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's just like you make music, you just put it out there, and it's like it's how you have all these SoundCloud rappers who start blowing up. It's and the guys who would have been making punk bands 10, 15 years ago are now just becoming SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah.
And it's like they're following the cultural trends and they're getting all these tattoos and dyeing their hairs and just I don't know, it's crazy how technology's made things so easy.
It's definitely, I don't know, I kind of think it levels the playing field at times.
It does. It definitely gets rid of the gates.
Yeah. Because then it's like...
You can find an audience, you can find a supporting, backing, followers, people who enjoy it, people who hate on you.
I mean, because it's like now you can be your own producer, which is kind of cool. That's what I like about...
So you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about record labels.
Exactly. Mm.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, like SoundCloud rappers, I mean, can be pretty good, you know.
Yeah, no, and there's for every like one good, awesome, really like thoughtful SoundCloud rapper, you've got like 10 who are doing that new wave of kind of riding that Migos train.
Yeah.
They're either riding that Chicago drill train or they're riding the Migos train.
Yeah.
But there's lots of people who are riding that Gambino train,
Yeah.
who are riding that J. Cole train. Like there's lots of fun new artists everywhere, and there's a lot around Minnesota,
Yes.
and I want to take advantage of that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I want to thank you for coming. We're gonna play you out on Mexicoke.
I like it. Okay. But thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This has been really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, no, I'm excited. And yeah, let us know. We'd love to promote your album once it drops
For sure.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll be out pretty soon, so
Yeah, and I need to get new business cards because I just realized I updated the Facebook web address.
Okay. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for coming back.
And please listen to Byron's awesome music collection. We'll make sure to post a link to that in the description below. It is a great thing to check out because he has a great amount of music to look at.
Yes. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, share. Please share.
Yeah, like share with your enemies. You know, like
If
even
you
we
don't like
care.
us.
If you don't like us, share us
If you
with
don't
your
like
enemies.
us, share us with your enemies. If you like us, share us with your friends. Until next time, smoke one, pass one, enjoy one.
Alright.
I'm Mizu,
Aria.
and this is Jim.
Jim.
Later.
Alright. Bye, everyone.